Robert Browning was one of the most important poets of the Victorian period. He is best known for using the dramatic monologue. His dramatic monologues explore the speaker's mind and emotions, allowing readers to understand their character through their own words. Browning's monologues are remarkable for their psychological depiction of human character. Rickett says, Browning was not interested in action at all, but in reaction, the result of action on character. Kali. Many of Browning's best monologues appear in Men and Women, Dramatis Personae, and The Ring and the Book. His love poems such as Evelyn Hope, Porphyria's Lover, and The Last Ride Together combine strong emotion with lyrical beauty. These works reveal Browning's skill in capturing complex moods and inner struggles. A dramatic monologue is a type of poem in which the speaker reveals his or her character through speech. Unlike a soliloquy, where the speaker reflects inwardly and addresses only themselves, a dramatic monologue is directed toward another person who remains silent throughout. It typically incorporates dramatic elements such as an abrupt beginning, inner conflict, contrasting characters and situations, and, above all, a sense of self detachment. Porphyria's Lover is a representative dramatic monologue by Robert Browning. In the poem, Browning presents Porphyria's lover at a highly intense moment sitting alone with the dead body of his beloved. Through his own words, he reveals the history of his soul, including his doubts and fears about Porphyria's love for him. The lover experiences supreme joy when she surrenders herself to him completely, body and soul, without regard for social conventions or her marriage. When he realizes that Porphyria worshipped me, surprise made my heart swell and still it grew. He feels an overwhelming sense of triumph. His inhuman jealousy then drives him to strangle Porphyria with her long hair, which he ties into a knot. Above all, he shows a hard-heartedness that prevents him from feeling any repentance for his crime. The intensity of the moment forces him to confess what he would normally try to conceal. He even admits that he had physical contact with Porphyria before killing her. Her cheek, once more, blushed bright beneath my burning kiss. It is incorrect to say there is no listener in the poem Porphyria's Lover. The lover speaks to a silent listener, possibly a visitor. This is clear in the line, "Be sure I looked up at her eyes," showing he tells his story aloud. Porphyria's Lover is primarily a psychological and analytical poem. The opening lines show the turbulent state of the lover's mind and his nervous excitement. Lines such as, "Be sure I looked up at her eyes, happy and proud." Lines 31, 32 reveal Browning's skill as a keen observer of human psychology. When the lover experiences physical intimacy with Porphyria, all his doubts and fears disappear. His uncertainties vanish as he enjoys the company of his beloved. Browning captures this feeling of joy and pride with great precision. In real life, too, a lover's anxieties often fade in the presence of the one he loves. The poem also explores the lover's mental conflict. In the line, "While I debated what to do," he is in a state of indecision, similar to a to be or not to be dilemma. He cannot decide whether to let the moment pass and risk being overcome by doubt or to make the instant eternal by taking decisive action. Browning also examines Porphyria's inner conflict. She struggles with the tension between her love for the speaker and her social position and marital obligations. The poem shows her torn emotions. Kolo. She karte too weak for all her heart's endeavor to set its struggling passion free from pride and vinatize dissever, and give herself to me forever. The poem is argumentative. The lover explains to the silent listener why he killed Porphyria. He justifies his act as a way to preserve the perfect moment of his love. The poem contains other important dramatic elements, such as contrasts and an abrupt beginning. Porphyria's lover presents striking contrasts in both characters and situations. The stormy weather outside contrasts sharply with the quiet stillness of the cottage, where the lover waits anxiously for Porphyria. She enters the cottage silently, her happy and unsuspecting nature in contrast with the lover's excitable, suspicious, and passionate temperament. When Porphyria allows his cheek to rest on her smooth, white bosom and murmurs that she loves and worships him, the poem reaches the climax of love. Immediately after, there is a sudden anticlimax when he strangles her with the long hair she has spread over his head and shoulders out of affection. These stark contrasts between calm and storm, joy and violence, innocence and obsession heighten the dramatic intensity and psychological tension of the poem, making it a powerful study of love, passion, and human behavior. The poem begins abruptly. The rain set in early tonight. The poet shows the lover's thoughts clearly, but does not reveal his own feelings. He keeps himself hidden while presenting the character's mind. This self detachment is a key feature of Browning's dramatic monologue. In conclusion, Porphyria's Lover is a classic dramatic monologue that combines intense psychological insight, dramatic contrasts, and emotional depth, showcasing Browning's unique ability to explore human thought and behavior.